Hey everyone, happy 2020 for everybody. I'm sorry I took a little bit of a break, but I think as you guys understand, and I'm sure that you guys also take breaks from some activities during the crazy time of the year. That's the end of the year. And we actually had one more reason to take a big break, which is, let me just move it here. This one, we adopted a puppy. She's 6 months. 6 month old, and she is Nally. So it's been pretty busy to trying to teach her and train her around, and also apologize if it has been a little bit of time, but I'm full force back on the channel, and I want to keep bringing at least once a week videos of songs so we can hopefully start discussing about it. And I'd like to hear from you guys too, what kind of songs you'd like to hear here in the channel. It can really be anything. I'm just kind of putting out those songs that I kind of like it, that I have like a how can I say, a personal connection with them. But I'm open to discuss any kind of music, any kind of lyrics. Yeah, just let me know. I will really appreciate it. So the song today is by U2. It's called "If God Will Send His Angels," and it's a song that I think it's very interesting. I will tell my impressions about the song um at the end of the video. I hope you guys stay throughout the play along, and also to the discussion of the lyrics. That would be really cool, and that's the whole point of the channel, so I could hear your opinion about it too. So right now we're gonna see a bit of the chords. Uh, like always, I'm gonna show like this. Most of the time, we're gonna most of the time, those are the chords that you're gonna be using, especially on this sequence throughout the verses. So you're gonna lose it a lot. So it's a G, a D, a C major 7. So those three chords will be like a good chunk of the song, and the other chords will be, especially on the chorus, you're gonna cycle between the G, the D, and the E minor. There'll be this one, and there will be like some bridges. I think I could call bridges like quick parts. I think it's consists of about two lines. That's gonna be between B minor 7 and E minor 7. So those are the chords, those six chords. Some of them are not very common during the play, but I thought that those are pretty easy chords as far as that goes. I'm just grab here my uke. Let me reach. So just showing, going through the chords now. Showed a little bit how the sequence in the song will be. So for the G chord, you're going to put your first finger on the second fret of the C string, and then you're going to put your second finger on the second fret of the A string, and your third finger on the third fret of the E string. This is a G chord, pretty common chord for everybody. Then you're gonna go to a D, which you're gonna fret on the second fret, the G, the C, and the E string, like that. And the A string is gonna be a free. It's open, sorry. So that's a G chord. The C major 7, here you have a C major 7, you add just the seventh note. So basically you're gonna go from the third to the second here. So that's a C major 7. Preferably, you probably will play with your second finger, your middle finger. So most of the song is gonna be like cycling like this. Da, 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 da. So that's the a good bulk of the song. Then during the chorus, another verse of the song, you're gonna use the E minor, which is the first finger on the second fret of the A string, your second finger on the third fret of the E string, and your third finger on the fourth fret of the C string. That's a E minor. And then you're gonna have B minor 7, which is you can use with all your fingers, use your fourth fingers, or you can just bar. What you're gonna need is bar the second fret of all the strings. So This is a B minor 7. And finally, the E minor 7, you're going to fret the C on the C string, the second fret. And here on the A string, you're going to also fret the second fret. The E string and the G string is going to be open. So you're going to play the E minor 7 like this. So you can make this transition like this, actually. So this is it. Those are the chords of the song. Just in terms of preference for the song, for this play along in particular, I'm using a ukulele, a tenor ukulele by Enya that has, I put actually a low G string. I just made the decision because of the song has a little bit more of a dark content to it. So I thought that the low string would, the low G would bring kind of to a better mood to this song. You can also play on your regular ukulele with the high G. That's not a problem. I just decided to play the low G for this song. I've been playing with the low G quite a bit lately. I really enjoy it. It does open more possibilities for the sound, and I definitely recommend for you guys. But like I said, it's not a big deal. And also for the low G string, there are a lot of options and cheap options actually in the market. But what I did was to take the D string of a classical guitar, a nylon guitar, and I just put it on the ukulele and I tune as a G. So that's a very cheap option if you have classical guitar laying around that you're not really playing, or even if you're gonna order a set of strings, probably much easier to find at stores, the classical set. But of course, it would be much better. There's so many options, like I said, of strings. I still have to get to it, but some of them cost just like $5. It will be also a more reliable choice, and I think a more pleasant sound. I'll get to it, but for now, this is it. I'll see you guys at the end. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I just realized that I made a mistake. Sorry, it's not going to be on the board. There's one more chord to this song, which is the C sus2, a suspended 2, C was a suspended second, as it called. That the chord is played like that. You're going to have your first finger on the second fret of the C string, and on the third fret of the E string and the A string. Here on the second fret, you're going to put your second and your third finger. It's like that. That's a C sus2. Or during the song, as I thought that was easier transition from B minor 7 to a E minor 7, I thought that was easier just to turn my finger and do this. So so that's borrowing here. There's my first finger borrowing those three strings. This one you don't have to put a lot of pressure, because what is really gonna make the sound of the E and the A string is gonna be this one here, that I made a bar like this. So I thought that was easy to go from this to this and then just do like that, just turning. So just that's it. Sorry about that. See you soon. Nobody else here, baby. No one here to blame. No one to point the finger. It's just you and me and the rain. Nobody made you do it. No one put words in your mouth. No one here taking orders. When love took the train heading south, is the blind leading the long, is the stuff of country songs. And if God was send his angels, if God was send a sign, if God was send his angels, everything be alright. God had his phone up the hook, babe, would even pick up if he could. It's been a while since you saw that child hanging round this neighborhood. Hey everybody, I'm back here. I'm outside taking the dog out. You see over there? There you go. So we can talk a little bit about the song If God Was Send His Angels. I hope you guys enjoyed the play along. I hope you guys can learn the song and also make your own versions or keep the conversation going in the comments. I would really, really appreciate it. So anyway, the song was, as you guys could see, it has a little bit of a different feeling from, say, the U2 from the 80s, that kind of rock feel. It's more like has a lot of layers of electronic music. And by the way, for the YouTube fans out there, I know that I left some of the lyrics out when the layers of the song was so much that I couldn't really understand what they were saying. So I left it out on purpose. I would love somebody to include the lyrics if you guys have a consensus of what he's really saying in the comments. I really appreciate that. Anyway, so the song has a lot of, says a lot about some of the feelings that I have. Not that I agree with everything that the song says, but I do have the feeling that the song talk about that we need to have more accountability for our actions. You see a lot out there, acts of violence, and even in our daily lives, say people making bad choices and then after just saying, oh, that's God's wishes or something like that. Not dismissing anybody's faith. If you guys watched some of my videos before I talked on the subject, I have the utmost respect for all the religions, for the lack of religion. I have no problem with anyone really. I just, what I value in the person is really like the person to be good, and for me it doesn't matter whichever way that person's taking to achieve goodness. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not making fun of anybody's faith, but when somebody clearly is making bad choices, and when something bad happens and then reference that's some kind of God's will in her or his life, I don't think it's very fair. So I think that's what a lot of the song says. And the song does have that kind of a pessimist tone. It asks if God was send his angels, would it be all right? Like, we are in such, especially nowadays, we are so polarized. We are so hidden in our own corners, each group and all that. You just wonder if if there would be a divine intervention, if it would actually help us, because it's just been craziness. And actually the song was written, for what I read once, after a case of domestic violence. And I think this song fits perfectly in that, because the song does list a lot of problems. For example, the Jesus sister's eyes are blisters. Says his mother's dealing the doorways, the Father Christmas with a begging bowl. And it's I think that's what it is. It's like this call that's like the world is very messed up. We collectively as a society have done a lot of things to get to this point that forms of violence has been accepted, and just that we can do better, like that each person should take accountability of his or her own actions, and that we can do better. So I know that's a little bit of a dark tone to start the year. The song actually even references the Christmas time. Does love light up your Christmas tree? I love that part. I think it's one of my favorite verses, because so much is said around the Christmas time. So many beautiful messages one person sends to other, and why not keep up like that? Idea of love, like the song says, is like, if it light up your Christmas tree, just take that message throughout the year, because that's what we really need. So like I said, so I know there's like a little bit of a pessimistic tone in this song, but what I like about it is like a call, I think, for all of us, that we can all do better. And that's it. I don't know. There's a lot of biblical references, by the way, in the lyrics, and I would love to discuss them in the comments and all. So please tell me what you guys think about the song, and what are your ideas about it. And I would love to hear versions from you guys. That's it for today, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.